Hi, everybody. My name is Maureen, and I am here to present a healthcare cybersecurity proposal. And the main ideology behind this is medicine meets machine. Um, have you ever wondered, like having healthcare accessible on the tips of your hands with just the press of a button, where you can schedule your appointments, view your electronic records, talk to your doctors or providers or nurses, have like the full healthcare on your fingertips. And all of this is thanks to technology. Um, So overview is in the ever evolving world, we have technology that is in an ever evolving world, we have technology and healthcare where technology keeps on growing and healthcare keeps on adapting more technology. And we can think about from the medical technology equipments that we have. For example, I'd say if infusion pumps, I'd say pacemakers, glucose monitors, MRI scans, and CT scans. All of these are all connected through technology. And if, let's say, if an attacker was able to mess with any of these, then it would put the hospital in danger or maybe even a patient's life at risk. A good example is a former US Vice President, Dick Cheney, had his doctor disable his pacemaker back in 2007. And the main he was in fear of terrorists assassinating the vice president by sending signals. We have also seen, I have also seen studies where the studies which show a single data breach sells for 250 and even more on the dark web. And with the COVID-19 in 2020, the spike of COVID-19, we had everyone moving to remote technology. So even the hospitals I'd say, adapted or implemented things like having remote technologies such as telehealth medicine, video conferencing, having remote patient monitoring. So all of this, I'd say it's really nice, but again, it does open ways and gates to a lot of attackers. So here at Cybercurrent, our goal is to ensure security and functionality can coexist in an environment of limited resources. So what we offer here at Cybercurrent, we offer endpoint protection, and mainly with the endpoint protection, we describe security solutions that address endpoint devices, security issues, while securing and protecting endpoints against zero-day attacks. We also offer, here at Cybercurrent, we also offer limiting network access, or maybe I'd say least privilege access. And this helps us limit network, or limit the access, how much access someone can have, and we can give enough access to our healthcare workers just so they can have enough access to provide the healthcare needed to the patients and so they can work smoothly. We also work under the HIPAA. We also use HIPAA compliant resources or applications, and this helps us here at Cybercurrent help follow or maybe protect protected health information, so patients' data or hospital data does not breach. And since the breaching can cause, I'd say, like bullying or other shame to the patient, or even downgrading of the hospital, I'd say hospital pictures. So here at Cybersecurity, we also offer mandated multi-factor authentication, and we so as healthcare, we have as healthcare workers have access to, I'd say, devices such as computers, and they can access patient data, we want to offer you guys, or maybe implement, the multi-factor authentication. So even if a healthcare worker has a password, they also have to do another form of maybe physical IDs, so we can do the multi-factor authentication and prove that the healthcare is who he or she says they are. The business overall assessment is, the business I worked with, or maybe I researched, was Carrot Fertility, and the business model is inclusive, comprehensive fertility healthcare with headquarters in Menlo Park, California, offices in Des Moines, Iowa, and London, England. So Carrot Fertility has approximately 485 to 500 employees, and the number of patients or customers they receive is approximately 800. And some of the findings I had was life at Carrot Fertility, their softwares, hardwares, and client data security. So with the life at Carrot Fertility Clinic, most of their employees work remotely, and Carrot Fertility has received numerous awards, including Quartz Award for remote healthcare, remote workers. They have also received Fortune Best Workplace in Healthcare, and a certification for age-friendly employer. Carrot Fertility hoards diversity, inclusion, and equity. And Carrot Team, or Carrot Fertility Clinic, serves more than 40 states across the United States and abroad, with them working remotely. They also provide stipend, for both coffee and Wi-Fi. So the productivity stipend is for coffee and Wi-Fi, and the employee stipend is to help the employees set up a home office environment for them to be able to work and provide care to the patients that they have across. And some of their softwares and hardwares, Carrot Fertility uses applications such as Fivetran, Salesforce, and iMyWare. And with Carrot Fertility application, this app is only available for iOS users, and it's not available for Android just yet. So with Carrot Fertility, you have to have your, I'd say, employer give you access, or maybe kind of like subscribe you to the app, to the Carrot Fertility. Then you can have access to the software, and with the application software, you can, I'd say, schedule appointments anytime you want, have a doctor or provider consultation 24/7, talk to anyone, whether you're facing any medical or you want mental consultation, anything, then you can access that through the Carrot Fertility application. They also utilize Fivetran software, and with Fivetran, this is an industry leading in data movement, which powers real-time analytics. Carrot Fertility also utilizes Salesforce software, which helps customers relationship management and sales and marketing. They also utilize iMyWare, which is a digital health and testing technology. And with this, Carrot Fertility has been able to provide a Carrot at-home female fertility, wellness, and testing. Some of the hardwares I researched were Carrot Card, and with the Carrot Card, it does help a lot of, I'd say, maybe their patients or customers get the healthcare without stressing about paying the bills, or maybe how much they have to pay. They can just go get the healthcare they need or the care they need from the providers, and the Carrot card helps them pay with installment payments. Carrot also offers the Carrot RX, which gives out almost 40% to their patients on medication. And Carrot Fertility also utilizes desktops, laptop, tablets, and smartphone, and this helps their providers provide care smoothly by using telehealth or video conferencing. And this also helps with prescription navigation and supporting customer service or maybe patient service 24/7, 365 days. Also, Carrot Fertility uses fertility tracking equipment. They did partner up with Ava Fertility, where they offer kind of like a bracelet watch, and it does monitor in real time, and it gives accurate answers in real time. So if you are a partner or maybe if you're a patient with Carrot Fertility, they do offer you one to track, and it does give them answers automatically. They also use patient monitors, and this does offer things I'd say like vitals from blood pressures, temperatures, and oxygen and heart rates. And it does offer things like electrocardiogram, ECG, which captures real live heart activities and sends them to the provider. Okay. So with the client data security, Carrot Fertility healthcare data is reliable and accurate, and it is by far sold to be the most valuable on black market. Health and medical data requires safeguard. They requires safeguards, strong security for patient data, and conventional databases don't provide this functionality. So if healthcare data was to be disclosed to an employer or maybe a family member or an insurer or maybe someone whom you did not want your patient data to be disclosed to, this might bring discrimination or embarrassment to the patient, or even the hospital picture might be damaged. So organizations that work with the Carrot Fertility are responsible for upholding HIPAA compliance rules. With data hosting, Carrot Fertility does host their data. Most of the findings I did was on cloud-based, and they utilize AWS, Snowflake, Microsoft Azure, and Sumo Logic. So with AWS, Carrot Fertility, with AWS, they do offer front-end asset that derives from web-based Carrot application. And with Snowflake, they do provide cloud-based data warehouse with that provides the infrastructure, storage, and processing. And Microsoft Azure is a cloud-based tool, and they offer infrastructure platform, which host Carrot's application and associated assets. Sumo Logic helps Carrot with log aggregation. So our plans into work here at CyberCurrent, we offer a variety of solutions which do differ depending on the unique needs of the company. However, we do work very closely with the hospital management to provide the accurate care that the hospital requires or needs. So in week 1, we offer consultation assessment and establishing a security culture, where we do assess your network and offer a 360-degree picture of your network environment. We do, which then will give us a risk score and remediation recommendation. So a lot of people in healthcare or organizations live in the aspect that they can never be attacked, or the only ones who get attacked are sloppy people or practices. However, we have seen that these are the same healthcare workers. Due to the burnout, they just get up and leave their data or maybe computer or workstation unattended. So here at Cybercurrent, we're here to help with mandating or maybe help protect the data and the workstations that do leave unattended. And on week 2, we are going to focus on telehealth and remote patient monitoring education. With this, since most of the care is conducted remotely, we want to offer, or we want to help companies, we want to help the Carrot Fertility Clinic treat more patients confidently, accurately, and effectively while protecting protected health information of the patient. So with this, we want to give, we want to do education on we want to do education on video conferencing and making sure that our providers follow the HIPAA privacy laws while conducting the session. Even though on HIPAA, it does not mandate or show that the providers have to offer this privately, but the Office of Civil Rights has issued a document where providers have to let the patients know before starting any session. They have to let the patients know what technologies they're using and how their data is going to be handled, how their privacy is also going to be handled. And this has to be utilized before any session is to be started. We also offer training programs, and on week 3, we are going to focus on training our providers and nurses on how to protect the patient's data, how to, if they are doing video conferencing, how to make sure the doors are closed, windows are closed, having signs on the door that shows that they are not to be interrupted. We are also going to work with we are also going to work with healthcare workers in establishing mandatory lessons. I'd say something like a CBL where it has to be done like every 6 months, and it has to be mandatory to all providers who work at Carrot Fertility. And under the NCCOE, or the National Cybersecurity Center of Excellence, providers have to be signing out of their workstation. This helps protect or provide privacy on patients' data. On week 4, we are going to implement endpoint protection, firewall, and antivirus. So week 4 will be focusing on installing and maintaining the use of antivirus software, while also configuring firewalls and endpoint protection. Also on week 4, we are going to firewalls will help with preventing intrusion and threats from the outside. Also, antivirus softwares will help with finding and destroying malicious software. With endpoint protection, it does ensure devices that are connected to the network are secured with an updated antivirus software to and intrusion detection system. Week 5 will be focusing on control. Week 5 will be focusing on least privilege access and data encryption. Like I said before, the least privilege access does help provide the right amount of access to providers or any user who has access to the network. It does give you enough access that can help you navigate or maybe provide the required patient care or the required access to help providers provide patient care smoothly. Also on week 5, we are going to focus on data encryption, where data has to be encrypted at all times, whether at rest or maybe in transit. And the encryption does help, because if data is encrypted, even if someone were to access it, they cannot interpret it unless they have the encryption key. Week 6, we are going to solely focus on strong passwords and multi-factor authentication. So with this, healthcare workers have to know, or maybe, healthcare workers have to know and understand that strong passwords do give, strong passwords help with protecting patients' data or even hospital data. It will slow down the attacker. It won't prevent prevent them from accessing the network completely, but it is going to slow them down. Hence, this is why we want healthcare employees to implement strong passwords and have a multi-factor authentication. This will slow them down, and maybe someone then we can catch an attacker when they're trying to break the passwords. So we don't want our healthcare workers to utilize any dictionary passwords or any passwords that are really easy to use. Before I conclude, I want to show you guys how the endpoint protection or endpoint security works. And I had already had my machine up and running, my Windows machine. So with this, I am going to download this test virus, and I am going to inject it on, I'd say, like, my software, and this is going to help show how it's going to help us with the end protection security system that we are going to implement. It is going to help us slow down the attack. So we do have our virus total, or maybe a virus file downloaded. And I am actually utilizing Waza, and with Waza, it's kind of, I'd say, like a SIM, where it does help with, it is a system that collects, analyzes, aggregate, and it is a system used to collect, analyze, and aggregate security data, allowing us to detect intrusions, attacks, vulnerabilities, and malicious activities. So with this, if I have one active agent, and the active agent is the Carrot Fertility Clinic. So if I were to click onto it, it does show me with the compliance and all the logs and events that have happened in real time. And so with I am going to focus on the HIPAA, and if I am to open the file integrity monitoring, and if I am to go to the events, I can see on August 22 at 8, there was a virus downloaded. And if I am to open this, it does show me where the file was downloaded and what was actually downloaded. So if I go back into, if I open the CISA, it does give me the score of 32%, and it shows me that 121 checks did pass and 252 did fail. So our score, well, or maybe I'd say the clinic score, Carrot Fertility's clinic score is at 32%. And with this, it does show that we do need to implement more security, or just so we can protect protected health information of our patients. And if I open the events, it's going to show me the same thing of what I did, or the logins and the time, if I deleted any files. Yeah, so this the WASA agent, or the WASA tool, it is really a good tool that we at CyberCurrent are going to implement it in the Carrot Fertility Clinic, and this is going to help us monitor and since the WASA it is a platform, kind of like an endpoint security agent that stays in this that is installed, and it does report or monitor and gives us report in real time. So that is going to be, and this will be I'd say a real nice tool, or maybe a really good tool to help with monitoring security at the hospital or at the clinic. So to conclude everything, I'd say healthcare does serve as an integral part of our daily lives. And since healthcare has accurate and the data is always available, attackers do see healthcare as a real nice target, or a real good target for them to gain insights. And I'd say the main thing they go for, I'd say, like patient surveys, medical data, and they take this either to hold them ransom and ask the hospitals to pay some certain amount of money so the data can be released back to them, or the access can be released back to them. So here at Cybersecurity, we want our providers, nurses, and patients both to have access to healthcare with the invention of technology all together at once, but by following HIPAA, by being compliant with HIPAA, and having our providers provide care smoothly and effectively, while also protecting healthcare patient data. Thank you.